Your entire life changes the moment you decide to take back your power. The moment you choose to direct every ounce of your energy toward one goal, becoming your strongest self. Not someday, not when it's convenient. Today, right now. Every dream you've ever had, every goal you've imagined, every future you want to live, all of it depends on what you choose to do with your focus. If your attention is scattered, so is your progress. If your energy is wasted on distractions, so are your chances. But if you commit, if you choose to focus fully on your growth, you become unstoppable. You don't get stronger by wishing. You get stronger by building yourself piece by piece, day after day. The truth is, life isn't slowing down for you. Every day you delay, every hour you waste, is a brick added to the wall between you and your potential. Most people don't lose because they lack talent. They lose because they lack consistency. They stop working on themselves the moment it gets hard. They stop when nobody claps. But that's exactly when your real strength is built. Your strongest self is created in silence. It's built in the hours when nobody's watching, when there's no praise, no validation, just discipline. You must decide that no one is coming to save you. No one will push you harder than you can push yourself. This is your job, your responsibility, your moment. Start small. Read one chapter instead of scrolling. Take one walk instead of scrolling. Take one walk instead of sitting it out. Make one better choice than you did yesterday. Every small decision compounds. Every act of self-discipline lays a brick in the foundation of your future. Do it when you're tired. Do it when it's boring. Do it when it's boring. Do it when no one notices. Consistency is the real magic. It doesn't look exciting, but it builds unbreakable strength over time. Each day you focus on your growth, your power expands. Every morning you choose yourself. You step closer to the life you deserve. The world rewards those who master themselves, not those who complain, not those who wait for permission, not those who wait for permission, not those who give up when it's tough. So ask yourself, are you building yourself or distracting yourself? Are you evolving or just existing? Because there's no standing still in this life. You're either growing or fading. Focus on you until you win. Because if you don't, nobody else will. This is your time to build the foundation of a future that cannot be broken. Brick by brick, day by day, choice by choice, you already have what it takes. Now it's time to prove it to yourself. Every single day there's noise, opinions flying at you from every direction, people telling you who you should be, what you should do, and how you should live. If you're not careful, you'll spend your whole life chasing their expectations and lose yourself in the process. To live with power, you must train your mind to stay quiet when the world gets loud. You can't build strength if you're always absorbing the noise around you. You can't chase your purpose while you're distracted by every comment, every headline, every meaningless opinion that crosses your path. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. And where your energy flows, your life grows. If you let the world control your attention, it will control your future. You must protect your mind like it's sacred, because it is. You can't give every voice access to your thoughts. You can't entertain every argument, every piece of gossip, every dose of negativity. Not everything deserves your energy. If it doesn't move you forward, it's noise. If it doesn't help you grow, it's noise. If it drains your peace, it's noise. When you learn to ignore the noise, you step into real power. You begin to hear your own voice again, the one that knows exactly what you're meant to do. You stop doubting your path every time someone disagrees. You stop shrinking your vision to fit someone else's limited perspective. You stop apologizing for wanting more out of life. This isn't arrogance, it's clarity. It's the understanding that your purpose is too important to be shaped by outside opinions. When people criticize you, stay calm. When distractions appear, stay centered. When fear whispers, stay focused. Every time you rise above the noise, you grow stronger. Every time you choose peace over chaos, you build mental armor that no one can break. You'll be tempted to defend yourself. You'll be tempted to explain, to prove, to fight. But the real strength is in silence. The real power is in restraint. You don't have to respond to everything that demands your attention. You don't have to justify your vision to people who will never see it. When you learn to quiet your mind, the path ahead becomes clear. You stop reacting and start creating. You stop surviving and start leading. You'll grow stronger, calmer, wiser. You'll reach a point where you can stand in the middle of chaos and still see exactly where you're going. That's mastery. That's control. And when you reach that level of focus, no critic, no distraction, no doubt can stop you. Train your mind to ignore all outside noise. Your peace is priceless. Protect it like your future depends on it. There will come a moment when you realize something powerful. If you don't fight for your dream, no one else will. People might love you, they might care about you, but they can't see the fire that burns inside you. They weren't given your vision. They weren't handed your mission. And that's okay. It's not their job to believe in you. It's yours. When nobody sees what you see, when nobody believes what you believe, you have two choices. You can shrink to fit their doubts, or you can rise higher and prove that your dream was worth believing in. You'll have moments where you feel completely alone, moments where doubt presses on your chest like a heavy weight. You'll ask yourself if it's even worth it. That's the moment that separates the dreamers from the doers. The people who make history aren't the ones who wait for applause. They're the ones who keep building in silence until the applause becomes impossible to ignore. So fight for your dream. Fight for it when people laugh, when they doubt, when they whisper that you've lost your mind. Because the truth is, they can only see your present. You can see your potential. Belief isn't borrowed, it's built. You build it one choice at a time, one day at a time, one struggle at a time. Every obstacle that tries to stop you is secretly asking, how bad do you want it? Every rejection is a test. Every delay is a lesson. Every failure is part of your training. Real fighters don't quit when they feel tired. They rest and come back stronger. They don't let fear dictate their future. They use it as fuel. And they never stop believing, even when belief feels impossible. You won't always feel confident. You won't always feel strong. But belief isn't a feeling. It's a decision. It's choosing to get back up after every fall. It's trusting your vision when there's no evidence yet. It's knowing that every day you fight, you're getting closer, sharper, stronger. One day, the same people who doubted you will look at you with disbelief for a different reason. Because you made it. Because you turned what they called impossible into something undeniable. But when that day comes, you won't even need their validation. You'll already know the truth. You built your dream with your own two hands. So keep fighting. Even when it's lonely. Even when no one believes. Because one day the world will, but by then you won't need it. If you want to change your life, there's only one rule you must live by. Show up. Every single day. Not when it's easy. Not when it's fun. Not when you feel motivated. Every single day. They show up on the days when nobody claps. They show up when the progress is invisible. They show up when the excuses are louder than the desire. And that's why they win. Your dreams don't care how you feel. Your goals don't wait for perfect timing. The life you want is built on small, daily actions, stacked one on top of another, until they become unbreakable habits. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to be. Every day you show up, you build self-respect. You prove to yourself that you can be trusted. You silence that voice that says, maybe tomorrow. Because tomorrow never changes anything. Only today does. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Even the smallest step forward is progress. Even 1 hour of effort is better than a day of excuses. Momentum doesn't come from motivation. It comes from movement. And some days, you won't feel like it. You'll wake up tired. You'll want to skip the workout, the study, the grind. But that's when it matters most. Because when you push through those moments, you're not just building habits, you're building character. You're training your mind to obey your purpose, not your emotions. Showing up is more than action. It's a message to yourself. It's saying, I'm serious about my future. It's proving that you value your vision more than your comfort, that you're willing to do the hard things that most people avoid. No one else can live your dream, put in your reps, or walk your path. If you don't show up for yourself, who will? The truth is, it's not about giant leaps. It's about daily steps. One brick a day builds an empire. One act of consistency creates momentum. And over time, those small efforts compound into massive transformation. So wake up and remind yourself, you don't have to feel ready, you just have to start. You don't have to move mountains, just take the next step. Because greatness isn't born in big moments. It's built in ordinary days filled with extraordinary persistence. Every day you show up, you're rewriting your story. Every day you choose progress. Every day you choose progress, you're building the future version of you. And one day, you'll look back and realize that every little effort was worth it. So promise yourself this. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how slow the progress feels, you will show up. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack passion, but because they lack focus. Focus is the rarest skill in the modern world. Every ping, every scroll, every piece of noise around you is designed to steal it. If you don't learn to protect your focus, you'll spend your life reacting, not creating. You'll wake up one day realizing your dreams didn't die overnight. They died one distraction at a time. Every minute of attention you waste is a minute stolen from your future. Every unnecessary conversation, every pointless scroll, every wasted hour. You can't grow when your energy is constantly divided, so you must become ruthless about what gets your attention. Not everything deserves it. Not every message needs a reply. Not every noise deserves your reaction. Cutting distractions isn't about deprivation. It's about saying, my future matters too much to waste it. Start with honesty. Where does your focus go every day? What are you giving your time to that gives nothing back? Be brutal with your answers. Because awareness is the first step toward freedom. Then change your environment. Create spaces that encourage growth, not chaos. Turn off notifications. Remove what pulls you backward. Clean your workspace. Silence the noise. Block the distractions. Make it easy to win and hard to drift. Every time you engage with negativity, you lose focus, and your focus is your fuel. Distractions are thieves. They don't just steal time, they steal confidence, clarity, and momentum. Every time you resist one, you get stronger. Every time you say no to the easy option, you're saying yes to your greatness. It's not about doing more. 1 hour of pure focus is worth more than 10 hours of half-hearted effort. Master your focus, and you'll master your future. You'll need to make sacrifices. You'll miss out on trends. You'll walk away from noise. But what you'll gain is far greater: peace, purpose, and power. Every moment of focus you protect is an investment in your dreams. Be fierce about it. Be disciplined about it. Be unapologetic about it. Because your dream deserves your full attention. Your purpose deserves your best energy. Your future deserves your absolute focus. Cut out what weakens you. There comes a moment in every person's life when you have to decide. Are you going to keep blaming, or are you going to start building? Because as long as you point the finger, you give away your power. Every time you blame someone else for where you are, you hand them control over your future. But the moment you take full ownership, it feels comforting. It lets you say, it's not my fault. But that comfort keeps you stuck, because the more you blame, the less you grow. When you own your life, you stop waiting for someone to rescue you. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop wishing things were easier, and instead, you decide to become stronger. It means you're done letting the unfair moments define you. It means you're taking responsibility for how you respond, for how you rise. Because the truth is, you can't control what happened, but you can control what happens next. Every choice you make, every habit you build, every attitude you carry, that's your responsibility. The moment you say, I'm in charge, you take back your power to change. Stop saying, I can't because of them. Stop saying, if only they helped me. When you own your pain, it becomes power. When you own your journey, you stop being a passenger and start being the driver. It's not about blaming yourself either. It's about being honest with yourself. Ask, what can I do better? Ask, how can I grow from this? The strongest people you'll ever meet aren't the ones who had the easiest lives. They're the ones who stopped making excuses and started making moves. They faced their past, accepted their scars, and decided that nothing and no one would hold them back anymore. You stop complaining about the mountain, and you start climbing it. You stop waiting for opportunity, and you start creating it. You stop wishing for power, and you start living like you already have it. Because you do. Your life is yours. The wins, the losses, the lessons, the journey. Own it all. Because the moment you do, the world opens up for you. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become a creator of destiny. No more blame, no more excuses. Just responsibility, resilience, and relentless forward motion. This is your life. Take ownership of it, shape it, and build it with pride. There will always come a moment when giving up feels easier than going on. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone faces that breaking point. That moment when the fire fades, the path feels heavy, and you wonder if it's even worth it anymore. That's the moment that defines you. They convince themselves that they've done enough, that maybe the dream wasn't meant for them. But not you, because you're not built to quit. You're built to conquer. When everything in you says stop, that's when you push harder. Because what you're really fighting isn't the obstacle, it's your limits. And limits don't break when it's easy. They break when it's hard. The truth is, success doesn't come to the strongest or the smartest. It comes to those who keep showing up when the motivation is gone. It comes to those who keep pushing when the results are invisible. It comes to those who whisper, "One more try," when the world says, "You've had enough." It will try to convince you that you're doing fine, that it's okay to slow down. But comfort kills ambition. It keeps you safe, but it also keeps you small. Every champion, every achiever, every success story has one thing in common. They fought through pain not because it felt good, but because they knew what waited on the other side was worth it. When you feel like quitting, remember why you started. Remember the person who first believed in this dream. Remember the promise you made to yourself, that you'd see it through. And here's the secret. The moment you want to quit is usually the moment before things start to shift. Breakthrough comes right after the hardest part. The pain you're feeling is proof that you're getting closer, not further away. So when you reach that wall, don't back down. Break through it. Take one more step. Give one more effort. Because every time you push past that point, you unlock a new version of yourself. Stronger, wiser, more resilient than before. Quitting will always feel easier in the moment, but regret lasts forever. You've come too far to turn back. Push harder. Push with conviction. Push until your body and mind agree that you're unstoppable. Because you are. Not because they're weak, but because they stop believing when they can't see proof. But here's the truth. Growth always happens before it's visible. What you're building is taking shape. Be just not yet above the surface. Just not yet above the surface. Just like a seed buried deep underground, the roots are forming long before the sprout appears. You don't feel the strength, but it's growing. You don't notice the transformation, but it's happening. You must learn to trust your process, even when your emotions tell you otherwise. Because real success doesn't happen overnight. It compounds quietly. It's built through invisible days, silent effort, and relentless faith. You won't always see instant results, but that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're building something that lasts. Fast progress fades. Real progress endures. The most successful people in the world understand this. They don't chase quick wins. They commit to the long game. They stay loyal to their vision even when there's no applause, no recognition, no guarantee. And that's what separates winners from quitters. Patience under pressure. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself the process is working even when it's silent. Every disciplined morning, every hard choice, every small step forward, it all adds up. Every action is a deposit into the future you're building. There will be moments where your emotions scream, "It's not working." Ignore them. Your emotions don't define reality. Your consistency does. Because one day, when you least expect it, the growth will break through the surface. The proof will come, and it will look like it happened suddenly. But you'll know the truth. It was years of unseen effort coming to life all at once. So trust the process. Trust your grind. Progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, steady, invisible, but it's still progress. And as long as you don't stop, you're still winning. You don't need the world to notice you right now. You just need to keep building in silence until your results make the noise for you. Stay patient. Stay faithful. Stay consistent. Because what's invisible today will one day be undeniable. Distractions will test you. Delays will frustrate you. Doubts will whisper that maybe it's time to settle. But you have to remember, your vision was given to you, not to them. No one else will see it as clearly as you do. No one else will understand the fire that burns in your heart. And that's why it's your responsibility to protect it, to stay locked in no matter what stands in your way. Your vision is your compass. It shows you where to go even when the road is dark. But if you keep changing direction every time something gets hard, you'll never reach it. Focus isn't about speed. It's about alignment. It's about keeping your eyes on what matters most, even when everything else tries to pull you away. The truth is, life will throw distractions your way on purpose. Not to stop you, but to test you. To see how bad you really want it. Every obstacle asks the same question. Will you stay loyal to your vision even when it's hard? When you're locked in, your energy shifts. You stop comparing. You stop doubting. You stop explaining. You become laser-focused on your own lane, your own race, your own mountain. People will call you obsessed. They'll say you're doing too much, that you should relax, that you should enjoy life. But they won't understand that, for you, building your dream is enjoying life. Because your purpose isn't a hobby, it's who you are. There will be setbacks. There will be slow seasons. There will be times when it feels like nothing's moving. But staying locked in doesn't mean you never struggle. Because the road to greatness isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to be earned. When you stay locked in, your energy multiplies. You stop wasting time on what doesn't serve you. You start attracting the right people, the right opportunities, the right momentum. Your focus becomes your superpower, the force that separates you from everyone else who gave up too early. So don't let go of that vision. Guard it, nurture it, build your life around it. Because the moment you refuse to quit, you've already won. You just haven't arrived yet. Stay locked in until you win. No matter how long it takes, no matter how far it feels, keep showing up with fire in your heart and clarity in your soul. Your vision will lead you there. There's a kind of strength that doesn't come from the gym, from wealth, or from talent. It's the kind of strength that comes from pain, from pressure, from persistence. The kind of strength that can't be taken from you, because you built it when everything tried to break you. It's not about pretending to be unshakable. It's about becoming unbreakable. It's built through the moments when you wanted to give up, but didn't. Through the nights when no one believed, but you kept believing anyway. Through the storms that were supposed to destroy you, but instead made you solid. You don't become strong by avoiding struggle. You become strong by facing it. Every challenge you overcome adds another layer to your armor. Every failure you rise from gives you wisdom that can't be taught. Every disappointment you endure shapes you into someone who can't be easily shaken. Life will test you. It will push you to your limits. It will break your plans, hurt your pride, and challenge your patience. But every time it does, you have a choice to collapse or to rise. When you decide to rise, something changes inside you. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this teaching me?" You stop running from pain and start using it as fuel. Strength isn't built in comfort, it's forged in resistance. Just like a sword is shaped by fire, your character is shaped by trials. So don't curse your challenges. Thank them. They're not breaking you, they're building you. Because courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. And remember, real strength isn't about never falling. It's about rising faster every time you do. It's about knowing that nothing, no loss, no failure, no rejection, can take away who you've become through the fight. It's not built in a day, it's built in decisions. Decisions to stay focused, decisions to stay disciplined, decisions to keep going when everything in you says stop. The world doesn't need more people who appear strong. It needs people who are strong. Because you didn't just survive. You evolved. You turned pain into power, struggle into strength, and pressure into purpose. You are unbreakable. Because you chose to be.